Hi. So I'm back with the second episode, and I was thinking about how should I do the intros for every episode, and all I can think is that how I prefer listening and recording podcasts, and that is why lying down on my bed and looking at the ceiling, usually something we do while thinking deeply, or just when we're bored, or we want to just create space and spend time with ourselves. So I think the best way to consume podcasts and or record one is to do that. So I suggest you lie down on your bed and look at your ceiling, or even better, close your eyes and just enjoy. But with closing your eyes, there's always the danger of falling asleep. So yeah, I think it's best you keep it open. If you have good control over your senses, you can also keep your eyes closed. If you don't fall asleep in the afternoon, I am so jealous of you. I'm sorry, this is like completely different from what I have to discuss today. But yeah, I have a problem. I feel sleepy in the afternoon, but the moment I need to sleep at night, which is around like 12 to 1 a.m. ke beech mein, all my sleep goes away. And I'm just like, okay, I did not sleep in the afternoon so that I can sleep right now. And where are you? Why don't why don't you get it? So anyway, again, circling back to all the solution to my problems is just comes down to meditation. So I started meditating before sleeping, and that's how things are better now. But it wasn't always that way. So yeah, if you have problems related to insomnia, you should definitely try it out. And I'm not saying it for the content or anything in that sense, but because it has been a genuine problem in my life, and I would want you to have a good night's rest. So, yeah, there's that. Just give me a second. All right. So, I wanted to talk about dreams because I was just reading this post which mentioned how you should say your dreams out loud, even the failed ones, the outrageous ones, and yeah, the embarrassing ones. And all of us have dreams, right? I have so many which are some of which that are fulfilled, some I haven't, some I am still trying to figure out. And I wanted to specify the ones where I failed and what it has provided me with in case you too have that sort of situation coming up in your life. It helps you feel like you're not alone. So, yeah, here it goes. I have tried building a community twice before, and both the times I feel I wasn't in a place where I felt full of love and compassion myself so that I can extend that to others. And that is where I failed. I was looking for a community so that I can also stay on track and I feel charged up with people who think like me, who act like me. I just wanted to create a very positive place, but I failed to recognize that when you create something like that, you are in charge of everyone's involvement. And unless you aren't full, like the saying about your cup being full, I don't remember what exactly it is. But yeah, unless that is not achieved, you cannot pour into someone else's cup. And I've realized that the hard way. I had to let go of two of the most beautiful communities I created because I didn't feel as alive and as motivated to be able to spread that to others. And Yeah, I really, really, really wanted to make it work, but I had taken all the pressure on myself, and I had so many expectations of helping people in whatever way I can, and forging connections, and something similar to what I mentioned in the previous episode as well, because I crave genuine connections, and I have always enjoyed knowing people about their journeys and how they move throughout life. It's just that I can't do that unless I've taken care of myself. And so I take it very seriously now. I cannot take up a new project or start something unless I feel inspired, I feel at my best and highest sort of a situation. So, yeah, I still do have like those WhatsApp groups, and they're the sweetest people that I found, which is why it still breaks my heart to see that I started something, but I could not keep at it. And that's that comes with doing something of yourself. Like when you pursue a dream, you have so many ideas and expectations from it. You don't want it to end. The last thing you want is for it to fall right in front of your eyes. But it happens, right? It keeps happening. You can only wish and hope for everything that is within your control, but you never know how things work out in the future. So yeah, at that moment, I thought this would be the best thing for me and everyone who comes in contact with me. So I have to do it, and I gave it a couple of months, after which I stopped. I keep pausing in between and trying to find words for the exact feeling, but it's a bit tricky to describe how we feel during those times when you think a certain way and how it replicates in your present is completely different, and you just want to fix it and just like put as much adhesive on it and make it work, but it's not happening and everything's just toppling over. It does feel devastating. I won't lie about that, but I wouldn't have the experience of feeling the warmth and the goodness that is around me in the world, and like, what do you call, builds your faith in humanity वाला thing, unless I would have created that. Like मुझे अगर मैं करती नहीं तो मुझे पता कैसे चलता, the good or the bad. I wouldn't have known both the parts if I hadn't even tried in the first place. So I'm glad that I went out of my way to do something like that and give it a chance. So I know now कि ये काम नहीं कर रहा है. So the first community I built was journaling related. That did not work out. Second was consistency for meditation related. That didn't work out. So पहले वाले में ऐसा हुआ था कि it was just a WhatsApp group and we were supposed to just answer some journal prompts. And slowly it died down because I wasn't able to make it more engaging, and I was just super confused ki how should I go from here. So yeah, but we're still in contact. I'll think about it, how to take it forward. But yeah, it's pause mein hai thoda abhi. Then the second community, which was related to consistency and meditation, I just wanted to bring people together to meditate and then be consistent in our journeys. Now, what happened with that is that most people get free शाम के टाइम में, एंड शाम आते-आते एनर्जी पूरा खत्म हो जाता है. सो इट वाज़ getting taxing for me to be able to take the calls in the evenings, like 7 या 8 बजे के आसपास, and then I was the one interacting constantly. And so the joy of it kind of disappeared, and I had to just find a way to fill my cup again in a way that I overflow and I help others with their needs. So yeah, it was it was a bittersweet experience, and I genuinely feel the more chances you give to yourself, you get to know about a lot of things that you wouldn't have otherwise. Like to build a community, I had to do outreach, and I literally reached out to people over DMs asking them would they like to get on a call with me. That was another reason why I stopped, because very few people would get on the community calls. And even when they did, the consistency was not the of the level that I would have expected. And yeah, I would personally ask them and then let them know I'm building something like this, and if they would like to join in, and we can do this and that. So being someone, so I hate salesy things and going to people's DMs and asking for favors, or just like I have the fear of sounding like I want to gain something out of someone, which is not the case. I'm always looking for how can I make their experience better. So it was terrifying for me to keep sending the messages and hoping that they don't find me salesy in some way, because yeah, it had no cost or something like that, but still it's something that I had in my mind. So if I hadn't created that community or to take an action on that idea, I wouldn't have known ki acha it's not that difficult to outreach to people. एक DM ही करना है. Either they'll be available or they won't be available, but at least I will be, my mind will open to the idea of doing it in future, or like what works out and how it looks like. अगर मैंने वो स्टेप लिया ही नहीं रहता तो मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा यही रहता कि अरे इट इज सच अ डिफिकल्ट थिंग टू टॉक टू पीपल and reach out to them on DMs. I cannot do this ever, and I don't want itna zyada pressure. I have to stay away from it. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing, which is बस जो सब कर रहे हैं, कॉलेज जाओ, एग्ज़ाम दो, फिर कुछ जॉब लो and things like, which is nothing wrong in it, by the way. I'm just mentioning, if it brings you happiness, if it brings you energy, please keep doing it. But if it doesn't, if your dreams are different, if your thought patterns are different, if you want something different from your life, you can't expect a different outcome unless you don't have the courage to go after it. So, yeah, if you wish to have a different outcome, you have to find a way to take the first step and keep it as simple as possible. And that's what I did. That's what that experience gave me, which I'll always carry with myself. And yeah, I just feel dreams are such a personal thing, and it can take a toll over you in the way that I have so much potential, I want to do so much. And then when you take that first step, you see how you don't have a blueprint. You don't know अगला दिन कैसा जाने वाला है, but you keep fighting. It does, but that's the way you build your character. That is how you build that belief and that strength that ये कर लिया ना तो और कर लेंगे, like I can get better. I have seen so much. I have gone through so much that anything bigger than this can be handled. So, yeah, just try to see what good you gain out of every single experience of yours, be it while taking a step towards your dreams or just living your day-to-day life. Just see what you are learning out of it, what you're learning about yourself, and those those few things would be enough as a knowledge and nuggets for you to pick yourself up and move on. So yeah, it's as simple as observing your life, taking a step back and ऐसे थोड़ा दूर से उसको क्या बोलते हैं मैग्नीफाई व्हेन यू मैग्नीफाई दूर आई कांट या मुझे डिस्क्राइब करने नहीं आ रहा है आई एम जस्ट डूइंग हैंड जेस्चर्स व्हिच यू कांट सी राइट नाउ बट या ऐसे थोड़ा डिसोसिएट करके सिचुएशन से खुद को और ऐसा दूर से जस्ट ट्राई टू सी आज क्या हुआ आज कैसे मैंने रिएक्ट किया चीजों को लेके वो आज क्या सीखा मैंने खुद के बारे में और एक just don't think about anything. Just sit back and look at that movie, and there will be so many little things that you might have missed out if you wouldn't have taken the time to observe everything. So, yeah, I think that is my one of my takeaways for you. Ki start observing life. Don't just चल रहा है, चलने देते हैं, float like a leaf throughout your day. Take some time and just observe and build your muscle of observing things. And I hope that it helps you learn more about yourself and just see how long you've come. Yeah, like even when I'm talking about all this, I don't have a script in my mind, which is why you would see it's all very जो भी दिमाग में आ रहा है, I'm just spilling it out. I don't have any flow to all of this, and I keep taking pauses and I keep feeling that emotion and going back to that experience. And I am not perfect either. All I'm here to do is share my experiences with you and any takeaways that I have so that you feel like इसने कर लिया तो मैं भी कर सकती हूँ। मैं नॉर्मल इंसान ही हूँ, कुछ नहीं किया है मैंने ऐसा। तुम्हारे जैसी बात करती हूँ, तुम्हारे जैसी हचलाती हूँ, तुम्हारे जैसे ही थॉट्स है मेरे। उम, so I just want you to know that there's this part of yourself who's constantly judgmental and constantly like trying to stop you from doing great things in life. But don't let that overpower you. Even when you're scared, even when you think that नहीं हूँ यार मैं बनी नहीं हूँ शायद अच्छी चीजों के लिए नहीं मैं I can't act on things that are out of the box. I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, I'm outrageous. Still go ahead and do it. You've got nothing to lose, like literally nothing to lose. टाइम जाए शायद तुम्हारा इन्वेस्टमेंट उसमें, शायद तुम्हारे इमोशंस थोड़े इन्वेस्ट हो जाए जो स्टेप्स तुम ले रहे हो उसमें, बट मोर देन दैट नथिंग एल्स. And I wouldn't call that a waste of time because again, that's an experience gained. That's like you spent your time learning about yourself and taking action on your dreams instead of giving up on everything and feeling like life is glim, मेरा कुछ नहीं होने वाला, and I just have to accept things as they are, which you don't have to. Please don't accept things just as they are. Keep questioning, keep reflecting, keep observing, keep wanting, keep doing, and Yep. Just don't stop. That's all.